Hi everyone, and welcome to the Ultimate Document Workflow Masterclass with GetSign. I'm really excited you're here because it means you want to simplify how your team creates, signs, and manages documents and signature collections inside Monday.com. So why documents? Because documents are at the center of nearly every business process, whether it's signing a deal, approving a project, or onboarding a new team member or a partner. Before we dive in, let me introduce myself. I'm Nir, founder of Jetpack Apps. We are a Monday.com Marketplace Gold Partner, and we build workflow automation tools that make Monday.com even more powerful. At Jetpack Apps, we see businesses like yours that struggle with messy, disconnected, and slow document workflows. You create a template in one app, send it for a signature through another, track progress by email, and then manually update Monday.com to reflect the status. It's slow, disconnected, and frustrating. We see this every day with our customers. Product teams juggling proposals in Google Docs, HR managers sending contracts through email, finance teams waiting on signatures before they can invoice. Everyone's busy, everyone's doing their best, but the process is scattered and no one has full visibility into where each document stands. That's where GetSign comes in. We build it to bring every step of the document journey, from drafting and signing to tracking and payment, right inside Monday. So instead of switching between different tools, your entire team works in one transparent, connected workflow. Here's what we'll cover in today's masterclass. First, we'll talk about the challenges of managing documents across multiple tools and why it slows teams down. Then, I'll show you how GetSign lets you do everything, from drafting templates, placing signature and configure signature order, sending reminders, tracking process, and storing signed files, all inside Monday.com. We'll also explore different use cases across departments, from sales to operations to HR and finance, so you can see how every team can build its own document workflow directly in Monday.com. You'll discover how GetSign gives your organization total transparency. Every document, every status, every step, right on your boards with maximum security and compliance. By the end of this session, my goal is that you'll walk away ready to create your own automated document workflows, where deals move faster, approvals are effortless, and your team never has to leave Monday. And if you stick till the end, we have a limited time special offer for you, so don't miss this out. Now let's take a closer look at what this challenge actually looks like inside different teams. Because while the problem is the same, scattered tools, lost visibility, and manual follow-ups, the pain shows up differently across departments. For sales, it's the time lost creating quotes manually, copying data from Monday.com into Word or PDF templates, updating numbers, and sending drafts back and forth. Procurement teams struggle to track vendor forms and approvals in real time without automated reminders. Things stall and onboarding slows down. Finance departments deal with endless back and forth on fillable forms like KYC or client info sheets. Data gets fragmented and compliance becomes a headache. In HR, signing workflows often involve multiple approvers and no clear process. That means version confusion, inconsistent approvals, and time wasted chasing signatures. Legal teams face the same problem on client side, sharing links and attachments across tools with no centralized visibility or secure audit trail. And marketing teams, they spend time redesigning every agreement just to keep branding consistent when it should be automatic. All of this adds up to a common truth. Every team handles documents, but no one wants to handle document chaos. That's exactly where GetSign comes in, turning every one of these fragmented processes into a single transparent workflow inside Monday. Okay, so let's dive into the demo. So let's start with what usually takes the longest, drafting a document template. With GetSign, it takes minutes, and the template will merge your board data for future use too. No need to recreate and edit templates for each customer. So here we see the client data. GetSign lives on the item view. So you open the GetSign view, and then you either add your own template or edit your template. So you click Edit, in this case, Client Service Agreement. And you can see that that template already includes placeholders for client name, project scope, dates, and everything you need for your service agreement. The way that you pull the information from the board is basically drag and dropping board columns into the document, customizing how they look. So this is the first stage of adding data into your documents. No need for Word documents, no need for copy-paste. And if you update a deal on the Monday boards, everything is updated inside your document template. For more advanced templates that require merging tables created with your board sub-items, for example, a quote, you can upload a docx and merge multiple templates into your document. So this is how docx looks. Basically, you have this edit template, and you can see your board fields here and merge them into the document, or you can add sub-items from here and merge them into the documents. You're able to merge mirror columns, formulas, and every column which is supported in the Monday board. Okay, so now let's add signature fields. Adding signature fields is very easy. In this case, you can see that there are two signers. You drag a signature field or initial, depends on what you need. And then basically you can assign it to yourself and to a recipient. You can add a signature box and initials and a signing date, like you see here. When having multiple signers and signing order is required here, this is how you configure it. You go here, you enable signing order, and you can define who's going to get it first and who's going to get it after the first one completed their process. Once the template, the merge data, and the signature boxes are added to the document, you need to save it and close it. Now we're back at the item view settings, and by the way, the item view settings are only available to board owners, so templates are private and no one can mess up your settings and automations. So now let's look at where GetSign really shines, automations. Because once your templates are ready, you can have Monday generate and send documents automatically. You scroll down into signature collection and you can configure two types of automations. Which status column is going to monitor and show each and every step of the process, and a file column where you want to store your final signed files. So you can select the status column or create it from here. Another automation that you can use is the sending automation. You can select a status column and a label that once triggered are going to send out the agreements for signature, and you can use them on other automations. So for example, when stage is send agreement, this is where automation will kick in and send out your documents. That's it, the automation is ready. On top of it, you can use Monday automation to send out an agreement when, for example, whenever deal reaches a stage, GetSign will instantly build the document, fill the client details from the item, and send it for signature. No clicks, no juggling tools. Let's talk about something every team cares about, security. Because when you're handling contracts, approvals, or HR documents, you need to know that every signature is authentic and protected. With GetSign, you can secure any document in just a few clicks. Okay, so when setting up your document workflows, you can enable one-time password here. So signers must confirm their identity via email before they're accessing the documents. And you can activate the digital signature seal. Basically, this locks the document after signing, ensuring that no one can alter it once completed. Once your document is ready and secure, it's time to send it out for signatures. And with GetSign, you can make that process professional and on brand. So you get back here to the email settings, and you can basically customize the sender name, email language, the email subject, and the email content, and also upload your logo. Every invite stays connected to its Monday item, so no matter how you send it, you'll always see when it's open, viewed, and signed. Now let's switch perspective for a moment and look at what your client or colleagues experience when they receive a GetSign document. As a sender, you go to the GetSign item view, go to the Share tab, make sure that all the data is included, and then click Send. When the signer gets your email invitation, they'll see your branding, logo, and custom message, just the way you set it up. They simply click Review and Sign, and the documents open instantly in their browser. No downloads, no accounts, no friction. When they click Get Sign, the signer is guided step by step through the document. So here you see I have a form that I need to fill with my address. This is going to be saved on the board. I click Next, I sign or type, and click Finish. Once they click Finish, the document is digitally seen and time-stamped. Both sides instantly receive a confirmation email, and Monday updates the status to signed in real time. So you can see here the status is reflected and completed, and the final document signed is already waiting in the file column with all the data in, signatures submitted, and document is signed. That's the GetSign signing experience. Fast, branded, and effortless for the signer, while your team gets full visibility and control inside Monday.com. And that's how GetSign transforms document management from a fragmented process into one seamless Monday.com experience. From drafting templates to collecting signatures and payments, everything happens in one place. No juggling between apps, no chasing updates, just a clear, automated, and transparent workflow your entire team can rely on. To start, simply install GetSign from the Monday.com marketplace. Connect it to your boards and experience what it's like to have every document and every signature where your work already happens. Thank you for watching. And if you scan this QR code and fill a form, we will be happy to reach out back with an invite to a live demo with your team and a special offer.